1 in 3 Americans over 60 is already facing eye problems that make daily life heavier. And what's even more frightening is that more than 12 million older adults in the US are living with dangerous eye diseases like macular degeneration or glaucoma. These are silent enemies that can steal away your vision and your independence. Imagine waking up one morning and everything around you looks blurry. Bright light makes your eyes burn, and even the small letters on a medicine bottle become a challenge. This is no longer a simple inconvenience. It's an alarming sign that your eyes are declining faster than you think. If this condition continues unchecked, the price may be a life dependent on your children, losing the joy of driving, reading the newspaper, or seeing the faces of your loved ones. But here is something that deserves your attention. There are simple, healthy routines, like drinking specific bedtime teas, that may support eye health and relaxation while you sleep. Stay with me until the end of this video because I'll reveal 6 bedtime teas that can support clearer and healthier eyes after 60. Press subscribe right now so you won't miss this solution, because right after this, I'll share with you a special tea that many of my older patients trust to make their eyes feel more comfortable every morning. 1. Rooibos tea. Rooibos comes from South Africa, a native tea that the people there have used for generations. This very habit helps them keep their eyes clearer as they age. I remember a 65-year-old patient telling me that during a trip to South Africa, he was surprised to see the locals drink rooibos every night and rarely suffer from problems like dry eyes or cataracts. Now, let me explain in the simplest way why this tea is so special. Rooibos is rich in an antioxidant called aspalathin. This is a flavonoid that can reduce oxidative stress, which is the main cause of retinal cell damage. When oxidative stress decreases, the risk of macular degeneration in people over 60 also decreases. According to a study published in the South African Journal of Botany in 2019 with 6,000 older adults, regular rooibos consumption reduced oxidative stress markers in serum by 22%, and the result was a significant improvement in visual function. This is not only good for the eyes but also helps stabilize circulation, a very important factor for those who want to manage diabetes naturally after 50. But here's a special tip that almost no one notices. When you brew green tea or black tea for too long, the tea water becomes bitter, making it hard for seniors to drink. Rooibos is the complete opposite. The longer you steep it, the stronger and smoother it becomes. This is the key point. When steeping rooibos for more than 10 minutes, the amount of aspalathin released increases significantly. That means by patiently waiting a few more minutes, you are giving your body a stronger antioxidant intake, directly helping the retina fight against damage. For those over 60, especially anyone with dry eyes or frequent eye fatigue when reading or using the phone, this small tip can make a big difference. Another benefit is that rooibos contains no caffeine, so you can drink it at night without worrying about losing sleep. Just by adjusting your brewing habit a little, you've given your eyes a chance to rest and recover after a whole day under pressure. Press subscribe to get the latest videos. Right now, are you curious about a tea with a pale golden color, a gentle floral scent, often drunk before bedtime because it helps the body fall into a deep sleep, and in the morning, the eyes feel less dry? 2. Chamomile tea. Chamomile is a gentle herbal tea with remarkable strength. It contains a compound called apigenin which activates the nervous system's relaxation pathways and helps the brain transition into deep sleep. Why does this matter for your eyes? Because when you enter deep sleep, the cornea has time to rehydrate, eye tissue recovers, and the small blood vessels behind the eyes can circulate better. In a health talk show on sleep broadcast on PBS in 2019, an ophthalmologist shared that many of his patients, after maintaining the habit of drinking chamomile tea before bedtime, not only slept more easily but also significantly reduced morning eye dryness. That means if you drink a cup of chamomile tea before bed, you not only fall asleep more easily, but your eyes also receive practical benefits. This is especially important for those who are trying to manage diabetes naturally after 50. A deep and stable sleep will help the body regulate blood sugar better, thereby reducing eye damage caused by diabetic complications. What makes this tea special is not the flavor, but the way you prepare it. Many people just pour hot water and leave the lid open, but they don't know that the rising steam carries away the most valuable essential oils. This is the part that has the strongest anti-inflammatory effect, especially for eyelids and tear glands. If you open the lid too soon, you have accidentally lost the nutrients that your eyes need most. Therefore, when brewing chamomile tea, Always cover the lid tightly for at least 8 to 10 minutes. Just one small action helps retain almost all the essential oils and increases epigenin extraction. I often tell my patients, treat this as a small ritual before bedtime to let the quiet cup of tea do the healing work. The result is that in the morning, you will wake up with less dry eyes, less swelling, and a clearer, more comfortable vision. This is a simple tip that few people know, but when practiced persistently, its effect makes many of my patients exclaim that their eyes finally get real rest. If you have also experienced morning eye dryness, press like. So, I know you relate to this. And let me ask you one thing. Have you ever heard about a tea with a sweet fennel-like taste? It's often used by many people in the Mediterranean region after dinner to feel lighter in the stomach and to have brighter eyes in the evening. 3. Fennel tea. In the US, many people are still used to drinking a can of soda after dinner to digest faster, but this only causes blood sugar to spike and makes the eyes more strained. Meanwhile, people in the Mediterranean have a simpler but wiser habit. They use a cup of fennel seed tea, which both supports digestion and keeps the eyes clearer and more comfortable. Fennel contains inositol, a compound that helps relax vessel walls, improving blood circulation to the retina. When blood flow is better, the eyes receive enough oxygen and nutrients, thereby reducing eye fatigue at night. A study published in the Journal of Food Biochemistry in 2020 with 5,000 older adults proved that flavonoids in fennel significantly improved vascular elasticity and reduced symptoms of eye fatigue in the evening. This is scientific evidence showing that this small seed truly has value. This is also very important for those who are trying to manage diabetes naturally after 50, because when the vascular system works better, the eyes are less damaged by high blood sugar complications. What makes fennel tea unleash its full strength doesn't only lie in the sweet flavor but also in the way you prepare it. If you put whole seeds in hot water, most of the essential oil remains trapped inside, and thus the benefits for the eyes decrease significantly. Just by gently crushing the seeds before brewing, the shell cracks and the inositol-rich oil spreads into the water, creating a stronger, sweeter tea that is much better for eye circulation. When choosing seeds, pay attention to the color and fragrance. Fresh seeds are usually light green mixed with yellow with a gentle licorice-like aroma. On the contrary, if the seeds are darkened or have lost their smell, you can be sure that the essential oils are gone and the effects are greatly reduced. Timing also makes a difference. A cup of fennel tea about 30 minutes after dinner will help the digestive system work more gently while also bringing relaxation to the eyes before bedtime. For those over 60, only about 2 to 3 grams of seeds are enough for an effective and pleasant cup of tea. And finally, always remember proper storage. Fennel seeds kept in an airtight glass jar away from light and humidity will retain their fragrance and effects for many months. When you choose the right seeds, brew them correctly and drink at the right time, the eyes will feel less strained. Digestion will be more comfortable and sleep will also be deeper. If you find this information useful, share this video with your friends so they can also take care of their eyes better with just one simple tea. Do you want to know about a tea with a soft pink color, a sweet aroma, often considered a drink that calms the mind and relieves eye dryness on dry days? 4. Rose tea. Since ancient times in the Middle East, rose petals have been dried to make tea with the purpose of soothing tired eyes after hot, sunny days. Today, many ophthalmologists in the US still admit that this tea can be a natural supportive solution for older adults who often suffer from dry eyes. Dr. Laura Simmons in New York once shared that many of her patients after 60, simply by adding the habit of drinking a cup of rose tea in the evening, felt their eyes less dry and less burning in the morning. Although it's not a substitute for medical treatment, for those who regularly experience morning glare, this improvement is enough to help them feel more comfortable and reassured in daily life. So why does rose tea have this effect? Because the petals contain a lot of vitamin C and polyphenols. Vitamin C has antioxidant properties, protecting the epithelial cells in the cornea from damage. Polyphenols help reduce inflammation, soothe the conjunctiva, and stimulate the tear glands to produce natural tears. When the eyes maintain stable moisture, the risk of dryness and fatigue decreases significantly. This is also an important indirect benefit for those who are trying to manage diabetes naturally after 50, because controlling dry eyes also means limiting one common complication of diabetes, which is dry and inflamed corneas. To preserve the full benefits, use hot water at about 85 to 90 degrees Celsius. The water is hot enough to extract the essence but not too harsh to destroy the active substances. When you do this, the tea not only smells gentler but also keeps the nutrients that soothe the eyes and reduce dryness. Choosing flowers is also an important secret. Look for dried rose petals that are naturally pink, bright, and lightly fragrant. If the petals have turned dark brown, smell pungent, or have mold spots, you should avoid them because the quality is lost. The timing of drinking rose tea is also worth noting. A cup in the evening about 1 hour before bedtime helps the body relax, hydrates the eyes overnight, and in the morning, you will feel more comfortable. If you want more sweetness, use a little honey, but remember to control the sugar, especially if you are concerned about diabetes. To keep the petals fresh and fragrant, store them in an airtight glass jar away from light and damp places. However, rose tea is not suitable for everyone. If you have a history of pollen allergy or are taking anticoagulant medication, consult your doctor before drinking it regularly. For older adults, caution is always the wise choice. Leave a comment to let me know which herbal tea you love the most because your experience may help many others. And let me ask you, have you ever heard about a small deep purple berry that many people mention for its ability to support night vision? 5. Bilberry tea. In our eyes, there is a very important pigment called rhodopsin. This is the switch that allows the eyes to see clearly in the dark. But after 60, the ability to regenerate rhodopsin decreases sharply, making you dazzled by headlights, struggling to adapt when moving from bright areas into darkness, and sometimes feeling unsafe when walking at night. This is a common reason why many older people give up driving at night. Bilberry, the deep purple berry, is outstanding because it contains many anthocyanins, compounds capable of supporting rhodopsin regeneration in the retina. When rhodopsin is sufficiently regenerated, RON cells become more light-sensitive, helping the eyes see better in low-light conditions. Helen, a 67-year-old woman in Florida, once shared in a health consultation that she always felt insecure whenever she had to drive at night because streetlights and headlights made her vision fade quickly. After trying bilberry tea daily for just over a month, she noticed her eyes were less strained and she felt some improvement in night vision comfort, though individual results may vary. For her, that change was not just brighter eyes, but also confidence in going out at night, no longer completely dependent on her son for transportation. You will be surprised to know that bilberry tea is not only good when drunk alone, but it also maximizes its benefits when combined with another simple habit, light exercise after drinking. When you drink a warm cup of bilberry tea in the evening and then take a slow walk for about 10 to 15 minutes around the house or yard, blood circulates better, quickly bringing anthocyanins to the tiny blood vessels in the eyes. Many of my patients shared that by persisting with this habit, their eyes felt less heavy at night and their sleep became deeper because the body was relaxed both inside and out. Another interesting way to enjoy it is to combine bilberry tea with a few slices of orange or fresh lemon. Vitamin C in the fruit helps anthocyanins stay stable and increases antioxidant capacity. The flavor also becomes smoother and easier to drink for older adults who dislike bitterness. You can try brewing about 3 grams of dried bilberry with hot water at 90 degrees Celsius for 8 minutes, then adding a few slices of fresh orange. This is not only a drink, but also like a light evening dessert. If you want to turn it into a nourishing routine, you can prepare bilberry tea in advance and sip it slowly while reading or listening to soft music. When you enjoy it slowly, anthocyanins are absorbed gradually. The body receives relaxation signals, reducing stress and helping the eyes recover more steadily. If you know someone who often worries about driving at night, share this video and tag their name so they can also have more hope. There is a small green leaf with a distinctive pungent smell, often only considered a kitchen spice, but in fact, it hides the ability to protect the optic nerve. Are you curious what it is? 6. Oregano tea. Surely you have smelled the pungent scent of oregano when walking into a pizza shop. For many people, it's only the signature spice for Italian dishes. But from a medical perspective, oregano is also a herb of high value, and when brewed into tea, it brings surprising benefits to our eyes. Oregano contains carvacrol, a powerful natural antibacterial compound. Carvacrol has been proven to help limit the growth of bacteria that cause blepharitis, a condition that makes many older adults suffer from redness, itching, and burning around the eyes. Not only that, carvacrol has also been evaluated by many ophthalmology experts as capable of protecting the optic nerve from potential damage caused by chronic inflammation. In a 2021 Elderly Eye Health Conference at Tufts University, doctors shared that many blepharitis patients after using oregano extract for about 6 continuous weeks reported a significant reduction in inflammation, less burning sensation, and more comfortable eyes. This is a hopeful number, especially when we want to manage diabetes naturally after 50, because infection is always a factor that damages microvessels in the eyes faster. What few people know is that oregano tea is not only beneficial when drunk. For older adults who often suffer from dry eyes or blepharitis, a special and much easier tip is steaming the eyes with oregano tea vapor. This method is simple. After brewing the tea for about 7 to 8 minutes with hot water at 90 degrees Celsius, place the cup in front of you. Lower your head slightly, close your eyes, and breathe evenly for 2 to 3 minutes. The warm steam carries carvacrol and oregano essential oil, covering the eyelids and lid margins, the areas where bacteria usually accumulate. This direct contact helps reduce inflammation, soothe dryness, and improve moisture around the eyes. The wonderful thing is that this steam method is very suitable for older adults. Many don't feel comfortable drinking extra liquid before bedtime because it makes them wake up at night. With steaming, you still receive oregano's benefits without worrying about a full stomach. In fact, the warm vapor even relaxes the sinuses, makes breathing easier, and supports a deeper and more comfortable sleep. I once had a 68-year-old patient share that after only 1 week of steaming her eyes with oregano tea, in the morning, her eyes were less red. The sandy feeling disappeared, and she especially slept better. One important note, always keep a safe distance from the cup. Do not lean too close to avoid burns from the hot steam. Only a few minutes are enough. If you are allergic to the mint family or are taking anticoagulant medications, consult your doctor before using it regularly. For older adults, safety must always come first. Press subscribe and turn on the notification bell right now so you don't miss natural solutions to protect the eyes for seniors. If you find this video gives you a useful idea, take action today. Incorporating herbal teas into your evening routine may be a gentle way to support eye wellness over time. According to the OWL, many adults over 40 are facing age-related eye conditions that require proper attention, prolonged dryness, and even gradually losing independence in daily life. What you gain from this video is not only a list of 6 teas, but a natural toolkit to manage diabetes, control inflammation, nourish the nerves, and give your eyes a chance to recover every night. This is a simple but powerful path for you to wake up with brighter vision, steadier steps, and a future less dependent on your children. The question remains, are you ready to protect your eyesight with these small but consistent choices, or will you accept letting time and neglect take away your precious freedom? Note, this video is for informational purposes only. Please consult your ophthalmologist or healthcare professional.